I need to do more clarification on this. Here, my friends, is a giant petrified tree stump with a giant petrified axe on it. Here is a biblical allegory talking about angels cutting down trees. Here is a biblical allegory talking about angels cutting down trees with axes. Here is a passage from Baruch, the book of giants, talking about an angel coming down from the firmament with an axe, cutting down all the trees but one, leaving one with 3 branches. This was a dream and an allegory talking about leaving Noah and his 3 sons. Yet all the while we have hundreds of giant petrified tree trunks all over the world. And we have this petrified tree trunk with the giant petrified axe laying on top of it. So here's what I believe. That obviously there's been multiple references to angels coming down with axes and cutting down trees. So we have the physical evidence of these petrified trunks, and there's plenty more. I could show so many. And then you have those 3, allegories. I'm sure there's more, but those are the 3 that I've found within a few minutes, okay? Now, the flood came, and there had to have been a way to escape it from the ground up, and I would think it would be these giant trees. So, if I were someone who's going to send a flood and was looking around and like, okay, these look like ways someone could escape, I'd be like, hey, angels, go down there and cut those. Here's some big axes. Well, bam, done. Okay, but everyone's like, dude, but some giants escaped the flood. How did that happen? Well, this is where you got to think logically again. See, all we're doing is making observations. We see the giant tree trunks. We assume. We see the axe. We assume. We see the allegories. We're like, okay, maybe, well, God's referring to something when he gives these visions. So maybe he was referring to a place in time where angels had to come cut that down. But then also, at the same time, we got to think, how the heck did they survive then? Because some giants survived. What about the Andrew Dawson story? What about, Goliath? Well, I think the only way that these giants could have escaped the flood was if they came out of the caves afterwards, because maybe they were down deep underground and there were pockets of air. Because right now, if there was a flooded area over a cave and the cave went down, and then back up and then back down again and back up, well, the water would fill it until it went up. But then once it got level with that air pocket, there could be a whole part of a cave that goes down and opens up where an air pocket would have existed underground the whole entire time that the earth was flooded. I'm just saying. Just using logic here.